Wigs on Gilmore Girls, and excuse the cat. She's being very loud right now. No. Let me know in the comments what wigs you remember on the show. There are a lot of them. I just thought, oh, Lane. Lane definitely wore a wig. But then I was like, well, no, Taylor wore a toupee. And then Emily and Richard. Emily had the longer hair, as well as Francine. And then I was like, wait a second, Louise. Not just the wig that she had to wear because she had dyed her hair for another project. No, she wore that friar wig. That's a long story. I probably told it before. But you also had Paris and Madeline. They also had wigs on. And Rory wore multiple wigs. She wore one for the Festival of Living Arts. 2 wigs. One was regular and one was rubber. Same with Kirk. He had the regular Jesus wig and the rubber Jesus wig. And then, okay, Rory. Between Rory and Kirk, I don't know who had the most wigs, but she had the yellow curly Harpo Marx wig, and she also had the English red hair one with the bangs, and then she also had the Chilton, Pulp Friction, that one, where she was wearing her Chilton outfit, that one, with the dark brown hair. And then at Pulp Friction, there was like Tank and Colin. They all had wigs, as well as Robert Lee, who was in the background dancing, and you didn't know it was him because he was wearing a wig. Kirk had a ton of wigs. I thought he only had 3 or 4. No, he also had Bracebridge Dinner. He had Women of Questionable Morals. He had the 2 Jesus wigs. He also had a wig that he had to wear because he had chopped off his hair. Did not match continuity. Long story. I've done it. You could search it. Jackson, Bracebridge Dinner, including Kirk. Oh, Kirk wore one for Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah, he wore one for Fiddler on the Roof. I had forgotten about that one. Oh, the Debs. Someone said, did they wear wigs? They did not wear wigs. That much I know. At least that's what Trisha Vecchio, our hairstylist on Gilmore Girls, had said, and she was the one that took care of them that year. Who else wore a wig? Oh, Lorelai. Lorelai wore a wig in Festival of Living Arts. And do you want to see a cute picture of me wearing Lorelai's wig from that moment? Who else wore a wig? I'm sorry I'm rambling, but the video I tried to make earlier, it kept glitching on TikTok. So I'm trying to do this in one take, and I gotta go to bed. I'm really tired. Let me know if there's any that you think I forgot. Oh, Lane. Lane had 2 wigs, the blonde one and the purple one. Now, speaking of the toupee that Luke wore, so in the original show, he wore a very simple, easy one. It looked great. And then in A Year in the Life, I don't know what they were doing, but that thing had a life of its own, didn't it? Earlier tonight, I made Katie put a wig on, and you have to see this. Wigs on Gilmore Girls. Who wore them?